Today guys, we are towards the end of 2023 and we are talking about another club that you might get at a bargain price come January. And we are talking today about an Odyssey putter, an OG white hot putter that has been around maybe a couple of years now, but obviously this time of the year you're starting to think, are you getting something new going into next season? Is it a golf club that's going to change your look next year? Maybe not, but there's going to be some good deals come January. And we've talked about drivers, we've talked about irons, we've talked about wedges, but today putter is a big talking point for me because putters aren't getting cheaper. There's a lot of new putters coming out and they're getting very quickly close to what a driver is. So there's certainly some that are near £500. You'll have seen recently on the channel we had some swag putters that were around about $550. So certainly getting up close to what a driver would cost. But this one here you'll see online is coming in around about £189. So much more affordable. And comment below guys, what is the price you would pay for a putter? Are you somebody who would spend a lot of money on a putter? Would you spend as much as your driver? Or are you more than likely just going to go, do you know what, I can get something second hand or I can get something cheaper that's going to do the same job? And also, are you going to get fitted for that putter? Because for me, good hit there James. Get him in for the United squad. Right, but for me, a putter, you've got to think it's probably the club, well, it should be the club that you use the most in your bag. If you're using any more clubs more than your putter in your golf bag, then I certainly suggest lessons might be a better option than buying a new club. But we've got to make sure there's a couple of things right for you. So first of all, is it the right length? Do you have the right club? You wouldn't have an iron or a driver that's too short for you because it wouldn't get you into the correct posture. You wouldn't be able to find the centre of the face and you wouldn't be able to be consistent. So first thing for me to look at, is it long enough for you? A lot of people get putters that are too short. That encourages you to get too far over the golf ball. And if I'm too far over the golf ball, what we see from there is that the putter often works out and then around and we see the dreaded figure of 8 stroke, which we know cannot be consistent. We then start to struggle. We then get what some would say is the yips and we start to hate putting. So getting something the right length is going to be able to get you into the correct posture.
Can I add something to that?
You certainly can, James.
Being a short person, don't get your putter length off your height.
Yes.
Because people would send me 34-inch putters because I'm only 5'11".
Just put 3 inches on there, but
35 is the one for me.
Exactly. So just because obviously you might not be as tall, it doesn't mean that you have to go for a 33-inch putter, a 32-inch putter. We certainly see a lot
34, I said.
We've seen people with 32s, but it's all about how you can be consistent. Once we've got something that's the right length, we then need to think what's going to help you aim the putter good. So on the back of the putter, there's going to be all sorts of different lines. You might have a bigger putter, you might have a mallet putter that's got a longer line because that helps you aim better. You might have a blade putter, you might have a dot on the top. It's something that helps you get your alignment good to get the ball starting on line to help you try and hole a few more putts. And think about it when putting, obviously your averages of holing putts is not great, but if we can start to 2-putt, this is what is more important for me. So obviously getting the right length, getting you something that aims it on line is going to help us have that confidence over the ball to get a little bit more speed on your putter, swing it more naturally. And if we get a more natural stroke, we get a better centred strike and we get consistency on distance control. Here I'm around about 40 feet away, which on tour average you would be more expected to 3-putt than you would to 2-putt. But if you can get a putter that you're confident with and something that's better with your pace and your aim, I think is going to lower your scores next year. And if you can pick that up at a bargain price, even better. You don't need to necessarily spend £500, £600 on a putter. Something that's a little bit cheaper that can get you close to the hole can certainly help you next year lower your scores. It doesn't have to be a driver, it has to be maybe the club that you use the most in your bag. These OG white hot putters are going to be ones that are really discounted in January. You could get a good deal, but make sure you go and get fitted for them. Make sure you get something that suits your eye, helps you hold a few more putts. From there guys, to help you lower your scores. If you're enjoying this content guys, make sure that you do hit that subscribe button below and I will see you again tomorrow.